everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome back to Shadows of Brimstone, The Escape. Right, slight cock up from last turn. I was so amazed at what an absolute beast Cade Gaunt is. I forgot the last Strangler had 30 XP, plus we got 20 XP for the Dusty Poncho. So that's an extra 50 XP that I'd missed. They've had a bit of a trade. Cade's now got the Darkstone gloves, and the Dusty Poncho has gone to Running Bear. That gives Running Bear an extra health and an extra sanity, because he does lag slightly behind Cade. So that helps out a tiny bit. So he's now on 14 sanity and 16 health, as he has the Dusty Poncho. Okay. Right, what else are we going to do? Well, it's a bit of a roll to move frenzy now. I should have used Running Bear's ability last turn when I got that gate. When I got the attack and the gate, I should have gone for the next one, just to hopefully get an exit. But as it is, our nearest exit is right over here. So we're going to have to turn around and get moving. But first, we've got to hold back the darkness. And a 6 isn't good enough. So I have a feeling that the darkness is going to escape quite a bit before we get to any sort of exit. Right, so Cade's first up to move. He rolls a 1. But fortunately, he's got max grit, so he can spend the grit he would have got there to roll again. Come on. A 5, so he gets 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a good move. Okay. Next up, Running Bear. And he rolls a 1. So he's at max grit, so he gets to roll again. And he gets a 2, so that's 3, but it's 4 altogether because he's fast. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Cade's going to scavenge. That tile's already scavenged, but I think it was this tile that we scavenged. So he's going to do the waterfall tile. And he hasn't managed it again. Right. Running Bear can't scavenge because he'd previously scavenged this tile. Right, because we've moved, I'll get rid of these, which will give us a bit more room. And we'll move those across. Are we still in shot? I think we are. Yeah. So, excellente. Right, let's see if we can hold back the darkness. An 8, just enough. We have to roll an 8 now because we're at 10 on the depth track. Roll for movement, Cade. He rolls a 6, which would have gotten him an extra grit. So let's see where it takes him though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to roll again. A 2, 1, 2. But he's not going to look through. The extra grit he got there was from the crisp rolls. If you roll a 6 to movement, you get an extra grit, so he's used it to get the extra 2 movement. He's going to hold station there, and hopefully Running Bear will be able to catch up. So Running Bear's go now. Gets a 3, which is actually a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's it for the movement. Holding back the darkness again. An 11. We've managed to hold back the darkness again. Good stuff. We'll roll for Cade. He's not going to move though. 6 again, but he's not going to move. And he's not going to scavenge because it's already been scavenged, and he's not going to look through. He's going to wait. The Running Bear, he gets a 4, which is actually a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's very nearly there. And next up, it's holding back the darkness again. Double fours. Damn it! Double fours is falling rubble. No! Right, so we've got falling rubble. Bub, 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 bub. The rocky ceiling of the mine shaft is unstable and prone to collapse. Each hero in the mines immediately takes D6 hits. Right, so let's see what they get. 6 for Cade and 1 for Running Bear. So Cade gets to roll 6 defense dice. 6 defense dice, and he needs 5 plus. He saved 1. He saves 3. So that's not too bad. So it manages to save 3. So he loses 3. He's down to 15 health. And Running Bear gets to save against 1. He needs a 4 plus. Doesn't make it, so he loses 1 health as well. So he's at 15. Okie dokie. Right. Movement. Let's move that across. Ooh. I think he's close enough, so he's going to peer through his Cade. He'll roll his movement. A 1. He'd get a grit, but he's at max grit. He doesn't want an extra movement, so he's not going to bother. Right. He's going to look through, so we need the map deck. And we get a rail tunnel. Right, I'll just go and find that, won't be a second. And there we are with the rail tunnel set up. So the depth track, that's going to move. It goes from 10 to 9. So 2d6, we have to get more than 9. 9! Yes! It was more or equal to 9. So this is going to be the last room before the exit. I'll just read up on the actual mission and I'll be back shortly. Alright. Okay. Quickly reading up. All we have to do is, this has got 1 exit. And the 1 exit is where the actual entrance tile is. So let's roll to find where the exit is. 5. So having a look on here, 4 to 6. So it's the short tile here. That's where the map entrance is. Let's dig that out. Okay, there we are, all set up. Right, find the mine entrance to escape. Anytime a new map tile is placed, move the hero posse marker as normal, then roll 2d6. We've just done that. We got the 9 that we needed. Our heroes have found the mine entrance. Ignore any door gate icons on the exploration token for the map tile just placed. We still need the exploration token. We don't flick it over yet because we're not at the end of the turn. And as soon as one of our heroes gets onto this map tile, then we've got to do the dangerous escape objective. So we'll do that once somebody gets onto this tile. Right, so Cade's gone. So next up is Running Bear. He rolls a 5. So he's going to go 1, 2 and stay there because we've got to flick the exploration token. Right, 1 exit, that doesn't matter anyway. We ignore the encounters, I believe. Let me just check that again. Oh no, just the door gate. So we've got 2 encounters and we've got an attack because of the clue token. Dope! Damn it. Right, so we'll draw a low threat card for the attack. Let's see what we get. And we get... Ooh. P Hungry Dead and a corpse pile. Oh, 8 Hungry Dead. And they've got Chill of the Grave as well. Bang! Right, so first up, corpse pile marker. It's got to go furthest away, and I'm sure it won't go on this tile. So it'll have to be furthest away on this actual tile, I believe. I don't think, because the encounter's for this tile, not for that tile. So we'll put it over there. On the left side, P dice of Hungry Dead. Let's see how many there are. There's going to be 4. What's their elite ability going to be? Let's dig out the Hungry Dead. There we go. And their elite ability is going to be a 3, recently dead. The Hungry Dead are now move 3 and initiative 3. Let me get an elite token. Right. But it'll be initiative 4 because they've got Chill of the Grave and +1 combat. Right, I'll just set up those models, won't be a second. There we are, all set up. And here's the encounters deck. So let's give these a quick shuffle. And then we've got to pull 2 encounters out, which may end up with more monsters. Right, give it a quick cut. First one is Look Out. They emerge from the shadows, they look angry. Attack, draw a threat. Right, so we've got another threat card. And the next one is Tracks in the Dust. There are some kind of footprints in the dust leading to a collapsed section of wall, and they seem fresh. There may be something back there. Choose an exit to the room that's blocked off with an end cap. So we have got one. Strength +5. Each hero may give up their move to make this test. You know what, we're not going to bother, because we just want to get out. So that's a good one. That's not so good. So this one we can just forget about, because we don't want the extra room behind the end piece. So we can ignore that, that one's fine. But we've got to draw yet another low threat. Rubbish shuffling. Right. What do we get? Tentacles, might have guessed. Right. So let's get the tentacles. And they're void monsters, so brilliant. Eee, dang. Right. P dice of tentacles, how many is that? 5. Right, let me just set those up. And there are the tentacles set up. What's their elite ability? Let's find out. A 1. Entangle. Any hero wounded by a tentacle may not move during their next activation. Well, that doesn't seem too bad. So let's get that ability out. To remind us, put it on the card. Right, I bet there was a few of you out there thinking, when I found the tile, like, how jam is he? Well, that's soon stopped, hasn't it? Bloody tentacles are a major pain. Right, as we're not doing, like, we've drawn the threat, and we're not doing that, so I'll just discard them, get them out of the way. Right, first up, good old Cade, because he's still got his quick draw. Come on, Cade. A 6, so he's got 1 critical hit, 2 5s and a 4. So that's 4 hits on his quick draw, which isn't bad. So 6 on the nearest tentacle, I think. And what else is he going to hit? Well, he can't hit these 2. He can hit that one, and he can't see that one either. So he can only hit 2 tentacles because of line of sight, which means he's going to put a couple against those Hungry Dead because he can actually see them. Okay, right, the 6 on the tentacle. Tentacles are initiative 2. The reason they're nearer is we did place these guys first, because we have the attack, and as the clue icon is above the encounter ×2, I took it that the attack comes first and then the encounters, so that's why they got placed. Normally they'd be in front of the tentacles because they've actually got 4 initiative. They've got +3 because they're recently dead, and +1 because of Chill of the Grave. But the clue icon was before the encounter ×2, so they got placed first. Right, void enemies are +1 combat. Curses. So we've got 6, which is a critical. Tentacles have a defense of 2, except this one doesn't now. It has a defense of absolutely 0. So we roll this, and we need 4+. It's got 4 health, so we've got Darkstone bullets, and you can't use his Darkstone gloves because he's range attacking. So we need a 3 or better. A 5. So we've got rid of that one. That's good. It's 35 XP because of the elite ability, putting an extra 5 on. So he's got rid of that one. Next up, he's going to attack this tentacle here. This has got 2 defense, which is really 1 because of the Darkstone bullets. A 4. So that does 3 damage. So that's 3 wounds. And next up is this Hungry Dead here. Oh, actually, yeah, I've placed them now. Perhaps I should have finished that tentacle off. Right, the Hungry Dead is defense 4, so that's defense 3, and so we need a 3 or better. No, we need a 4 because it's got 1 health. Go! 5. Woo! So killed that. Righty ho, and that is 25 experience with its elite +5, and we've killed that. And next up is this chap. Same deal, we need a 4, we get a 5, so he's killed that as well. Excellent stuff. That's another 25 experience. Right, excellent. So that's the end of Cade's quick draw, and next up it's Holding Back the Darkness. Right, I'll find the dice. We can hold back the darkness. An 11. We do indeed hold back the darkness, that's good stuff. And first up is Cade, again, but he's got a roll for movement first. Right, he rolls a 3. What he's going to do is he is going to move down 1. That means he can hit all these tentacles. Possibly not that one. That's the only one he can't hit. Everything else he can hit. Hit these, hit that, hit that, hit that, and hit that. That tentacle is still possibly out of line of sight, so we won't have that one. Okay, come on, Cade. Oh, well, he still got 4 hits, but he didn't get a critical. So, what's he going to do? Well, he's going to put 1 on this guy. He's going to try and do that one in. This one. And this one. I'm going to save the other 2. Because ideally, I'd like to get rid of as many of these tentacles as possible. 1, 2, 1, 2. That guy will be able to get to him. But we'll see how we go on. Right, first one. On the wounded one. Tentacle's got a defense of 2, which is really 1. And we only need 1 more wound. So a 2 or better, a 6 does the business. So he's gone. It's another one. And 35 experience again. Next up is this one. It's defense of 2, which is 1 because of the Darkstone bullets. So we need a 5 or better, really. A 6 does it. On fire, the lad. Right, another 35. Right, this one in the corner. Oop. 5 or a 6. A 4, that puts 3 wounds on him. So, whoop. So I am going to use one of these 3s to hit that again. A 3, is that good enough? So it's got a defense of 2, which is 1. Yeah, that's enough. Done it. And that's the 4th one gone. Woohoo! Another 35. Cade, you're a beast. Right, and he's got 1 3 left. He's going to hit this guy, because that's the only guy... Well, it's the only hungry dead that can get to him, and we don't want fear or any of that sort of rubbish. But he is at 4 defence, which is 3 defence because of the Darkstone bullets. So we need a 4 or better. 3. Ugh. But he's going to spend a dead eye shot. So that'll give him an extra 2, which will kill him. So that's 25 experience. We've only got 2 dead eye shots left now. But given the amount of defence these guys have got, it is well worth using. Right, so we've got rid of 7 monsters there, which is good stuff. Next up, it is Running Bear, because he has 5 initiative. He's going to roll for his movement. A 4. But what he's going to do is he's only going to go up 1. And then he's going to use his carbine. Now he can't hit the tentacle either, but he can hit the hungry dead and the corpse pile. He's 4 plus. Oh, he gets 1 4, and he's going to grit these 2. So he does spend one of his grits. Come on, need another hit at least. Oh, rubbish! Right, so all we've ended up there with is 1 hit. I think... Oh, I'll tell you what I haven't done. Oh, I forgot the... Where's the corpse pile? I forgot to roll for its special ability, didn't I? It's sorry, it's elite ability. Hang on while I find the card. Right, just going to roll for the elite ability. Forgot about the corpse pile. Right, 6. Freshly stacked. Corpse piles now roll twice each turn to spawn a hungry dead. Right, so that's an elite 6 on the hungry dead part. Oh, sorry, on the corpse pile part. I'm just thinking, should they have rolled at the end of the turn? Probably should, shouldn't it? So, roll 2 dice. A 2 and a 3. It needed to be 4 plus, doesn't it? So we didn't get any at the end of last turn, thankfully. A 4 plus, we'd have got an extra hungry dead. Right, this 4, he's got Darkstone bullets. So for the hungry dead, if he hit the hungry dead, he would need a 4. For the corpse pile, which has got 2 defence, anything over a 1. He's going to hit the corpse pile. Let's get some hits on it. A 6. So that's 5 damage onto the corpse pile. So that's only got 1 left. Good. Right, so that's the heroes activated. Next up, is the Hungry Dead, because they're at initiative of 4, because they're freshly dead, and they have the Chill of the Grave +1 initiative. So that's 1, 2, gets as close as she can. Then it's the Tentacles, and they've got a movement of 6. So 1, 2, it can hit either of them. We'll just roll a dice. 1 to 3, Running Bear. 4 to 6, Cade. It's going to attack Cade. And how many dice does it get? It gets 3 combat dice, plus 1 combat for Power of the Void. So that's 4 combat dice. 3 damage on each. Right. It needed a 4+, so those 3 have missed. But that 6 has hit, and that has ignored the hero's defense, so that is 3 damage. You can't save against it. So he is down, Cade is down to 12 health, but it's gone now. It's actually gone. Right, and now the corpse pile rolls again. If it spawns 1. So we get 1 more Hungry Dead. That goes here. Right, and that's the end of the turn. So let's see if we can hold back the darkness. A 9, we've held back the darkness. Again, good stuff. Right, next up, it's Cade. He's going to roll for movement. A 6. He would have got a grit, but he's still got 2 grit, and he doesn't want to move. He's going to stay where he is. So he's going to roll 5 dice. Could have done with a 6. He's got 2 5s, but he is going to spend a grit to roll these 3 again. So he's down to 1 grit now. And he gets another 5. So he's got 3 hits, but none of them are criticals. Pretty much what's nasty? What is nasty? I would say the tentacle is nasty, isn't it? So first roll against the tentacle. He needs anything over a 1 will inflict damage. A 6 is good enough, that's 5 damage. It's only got 4 health. Boing. 35 experience. Good shooting. That means he's still got 2. So Hungry Dead, that's got a health. No, it's got a defense of 4, down to 3 because of the Darkstone bullets, so we need a 4 or better. A 5. That one's gone. Cool. 25 XP. And what is next? He's got 1 left, so obviously he's going to hit that chap. Or is he going to hit the corpse pile? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's well in range. He's going to hit the corpse pile. That has got a defense of 2. So that's really a defense of 1 because of the Darkstone bullets. So a 2 will be good enough. He gets a 5, that's more than enough. That's gone. The corpse pile is... The XP for the corpse pile I shall work out later. Because it's a large monster and it's all at +5 each, twaddle. So I'll do that later. It was 10 XP though. Sorry, it was 15 + 5 for Cade. Because he only had to have 1 hit. So that's 20 for Cade. I'll work it out now, sorry. So that was 20 for Cade. The other person who hit it was Running Bear. So that's 15 for hitting it. And he put the other 5 health onto it. So that's 25. So that's 40. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Right, cool. Right, he's gone. Next up, Running Bear. Carbine. And he gets a 6. Critical, no defence, goodbye. So that's another 25. Excellent stuff. And we've managed to clear that lot out. Phew! That took some time. Right, I'm just going to clear everything out, and then we'll come back for catching a breath and everything. Right, there we go, bit of a clean up. So, we've got to catch our breath. So both D3s, they're both activated, and they both get 2 each. So Cade is going to get 2 health back, and the same for Running Bear. Good stuff. Righty ho, loot. So we have 2 threat cards there, so we'll get 2 loot cards each. Okay, to go first because of his initiative. So he gets blood money, D6 times 25, and a dark stone shard, whereas Running Bear gets gold bars, 250, and what's this? Another artifact. Good, good. Overall, that is 80 XP. So put 20 back and pick 100 out. And D6 times 25 for Cade and his blood money. 6, yes, 150. So it's 150 for Cade and the team. A dark stone shard, just 1. So we now have 4 dark stone altogether. Not a great deal. So get rid of that. Back into the loot deck. Gold bars, 250. Cash, always welcome. And finally, we get to draw a mine artifact. What do we get? The Tome of Rokal, to go with the ring, +1 law. Once per turn you may take D6 corruption hits to recover a grit. Well, we won't be keeping this. I'm going to flog that. I don't think that's too good, to be honest, and it's a weight. So we'll flog that when we get into town. He's going to give that to Cade, because Cade's got the least weight. So they're both at 6 weight, I think, now. Right, but $625, that's not too bad. We'll take that if we're not going to get a decent weapon. Okay, let's put the loot deck back. Okay, I have a feeling that we shall leave it there for today. So we're going to have to do the last part of the mission. In fact, no, we won't leave it here for today. We've got to see, really, whether there's anything nasty on that tile. So, we'll continue on. Okay. Hold back the darkness. 3, rubbish. This is now going to make me wish. But I had left it there for the day, isn't it? Right, so that's a darkness card. And we get Demonic Force. All demon enemies are now +1 combat. That'll remain in play. Okay, let me just sort that out. Right, so there we are. Demonic Force is in play. Right, that's holding back the darkness. Cade's movement. He rolls a 5. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Sod it, 5. So he's on that tile now. So we'll just do... Is he going to scavenge? Yep, he'll scavenge this tile. Right, he gets a 6, so he's finally scavenged a tile. He has got the Jack of Hearts, so if he gets a nothing here card, he does get $25. He gets a hideous discovery. So 3 horror hits. And he's 4+ on his willpower. Oh, he saves them all. Good lad. Right, so he gets 10 XP. Whew, we got away with that one. Right, so that's that done. Now it's Running Bear's movement. He moves 3. 1, 2, 3. And he's going to stop there. Right, that's the end of the turn, which means we need to do Dangerous Escape. At the end of any turn in which one or more heroes are standing on the mine entrance map tile as the objective room, roll a special Hold Back the Darkness test. If failed, the darkness marker is not moved, but instead there is an epic threat there waiting for you that must be defeated to escape. Right. So we've got to get greater than 8+, or we've got a high threat. It says epic, but because we're only two characters, it will be a high threat. Come on. 8! Yes! Fantastic. Catweazle's luck holds again. Brilliant. There is no high threat. That means we've done it. We can just leave. I think, yeah, if the test is successful, the coast is clear and the heroes are able to hightail it, escaping without incident. Yes! Result. We get 100 XP each as the reward. And fantastic. So I'm glad I did carry on there. It'd have been a rather short episode, the next episode, if it had played out like that. Right, oh! Whew! Well, that was a really lucky turn again. I know I know people must be getting used to this now, saying how lucky I've been, but when we were a couple of rooms in there, and we managed to hightail it right across the board. We got quite a few of the Hold Back the Darkness rolls that we passed, so we didn't get a load of like darkness or anything. Cade in particular rolled high, so he was able to scoot across the board. Running Bear wasn't far behind because of his +1 speed, and I mean we had a nasty like battle in the rail tunnel, but once again Cade was just rolling like a demon. He killed 7, I think, with he killed 7 in next to no time. They only got a couple of hits in on us. I think only the tentacle got up to us and actually hit anybody. So we were able to finish him off pretty quickly. So, and then not to get the high threat at the end. That was just good stuff. And in the end, the darkness only got up to 10. We were down at 9 on the depth track, and Cade and Running Bear lived to fight again. So what they'll be doing. We will have a next episode. Obviously, what I forgot about is obviously we've got to roll for corruption, and we've got to go back into town and have the town visit. But at least we can do that in all one episode and not have the sort of arse end of some sort of horrible fight. Right. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you enjoyed the mission. and I hope you join me next time for the town visit and the trip back to town. Thanks very much for watching, and this is Catweazle signing off. Toodaloo.